All right, we're going to go through these answers real quick. So for those of you that did this, I emailed you the key. But for the rest of you, just some things we need to focus on here. It says during what interval? So it should not be just a random number. It should be a range of numbers. Because where is this increasing from? It increases all over in here. So that's why the distance is increasing from 1.25 to 2.5. Same reason why it's decreasing. What is the vertex? Remember, a vertex is a line. So in this case, no, I'm sorry, that's the axis of symmetry. The vertex, I have it written down correctly here. It's 1.25 comma 0, which means this is when the bus is at the state line and the distance is 0. 1.25, there is the hours. So how far has the bus traveled? This is another one that a lot of you that turned it in were getting wrong. This is going up by 15. So this is 15, 30, 45, 60. So right here is 75. Okay, so that makes it 150 when you add it together. Okay, went up by 15 each time. Domain and range, we talked about that last week. In this case, there's dots here, so that tells you that it ends. That makes it really cut and dry, and that'll come back up on the second page as well. So domain and range, the domain is all of our possible x values from 0 to 2.5. Our range is from 0 to 75 up here at the top. Okay, I'm not going to go through number 2 because it's exactly the same, except for it asks for the rate of change over an interval. This is on your quiz, so you need to know how to do this. All you're doing is finding slope. So they wanted you to know to go from 0 to 15, so they gave you the 2 points. So you do your change in y over your change in x. So you would be doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And in this case, when you do it, you actually get negative 250 over 1. It's because you're getting closer to the mailbox. That's what that negative means in this case. You're getting closer. If we would have done the interval over here, it would have been positive, and you would have been getting, that means that you would have been getting further away. So you get 250 feet closer to the mailbox every single minute. Here they wanted you to complete the table. Vertexes are a point, so kind of reiterate what I said on the first page. We're going to treat these, since they go right off the graph, we're going to treat these like they go on forever. It'll be very clear on your quiz what they do. They'll either have arrows or dots, and if they don't, I will tell you in the directions. So the vertex is just a defined point. So I'm just going to go through this first one. The vertex is a point, 0, 3. The axis of symmetry is right here. It's something that you can flip over and they're mirror images of each other. That's one of our definitions from back at the beginning of the chapter. It's always, in this case, it's written as x equals 0, x equals 0. Over here, x equals 3. Domains, possible x's are always all real numbers. Ranges, y greater than or equal to 3. Okay, down here you had to match some tables up, so the best way to do this would just be to hop over to Desmos. The only thing you got to be careful of is that they gave you some different numbers here. So when you're putting it into Desmos, you switch it to table mode, then you need to just enter in -3, 0, 3, 6, and 9 and get your points. Or you just hopefully picked up on the pattern and maybe use D, E, and F to guide you. So what I did is, for example, I put in the absolute value of x -3 into Desmos, and I found that C and E matched up to what I needed. Last question down here. This is called interval notation. I told you to look it up last week. Please know it for your quiz. When you have brackets, that means it includes the point. Okay, so we are including 0, we are including -3. A number with parentheses does not include the point. The reason why is kind of a weird one. When you have infinity, that's what that sideways 8 is. When you have infinity, that parenthesis means that infinity is a concept and not a number. So you never know what that number actually is. So you can't include that point because infinity just goes on and on and on forever. So just kind of one of those weird things that when you do have infinity, you put a parenthesis around it instead of a bracket. So in this case, which one has a range of 0 to infinity? So range is possible y's. So this one right here, my y's are from 0 to infinity. Okay, number 8 is E because it was -3 to infinity. So hopefully that'll help you out and get ready for the quiz. Have a good one.